Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about audience building in Google Ads Manager, and that is a super important and at the same time game-changing topic. We're basically going to talk about how to build highly targeted audiences in Google Ads using search keywords. If you ever wondered how to take the intent behind search queries and turn that into real results, whether those are higher conversions or lower costs or more engaged customers, then just stay until the end of this video. We'll break you down step by step. We will cover everything from understanding user intent to basically creating an actionable audience segment that'll give your campaign or your campaigns, your multiple campaigns, a profitable outcome. So instead of targeting users, let's say that this option is pretty good because it allows you to target the people in a pretty strange way, in a pretty good way for you, actually, in a pretty profitable way. So instead of targeting users only through traditional keyword-based search campaigns, this option allows you to use keyword teams and search intent to define your audiences, the audiences that are most suitable for you. So these audiences then can be leveraged across different campaign types such as display, discovery, and video ads. So to create more effective and targeted marketing strategy. When it comes to keyword research, we've already covered the topic of that in detail, so I think there is no need for me to repeat myself about that. And that would be only repeating the same points here. So if you're interested in understanding how to conduct proper keyword research, I encourage you to watch the video on the channel that is dedicated to that topic, to that subject, before even starting with this video here. And that video will provide you with valuable and important insights and a strong foundation for what we'll be discussing here. So let's get straight to work. Why building audiences based on search intent are so effective and so profitable. It's pretty simple. Those keywords reflect the user intent, and we already talked about user intent before, allowing you to target people that are actively searching for solutions, products, or services that you offer. Also, custom segments based on keywords enable precision targeting, reaching users who are most likely to convert, even outside traditional search campaigns or CPC campaigns. Cross campaigns audience application ensures consistency, letting you retarget high intent users on display, YouTube, and discovery platforms. Also, it's good for leveraging search data for audience building reach beyond individual search queries while still focusing on relevant and engaged users. So that is the most important part here, and it literally it bridges the gap between the active searchers and passive searchers, creating opportunities to engage users at multiple touch points in their journey. Um, to access this page here, this particular part of your Google Ads dashboard, you will only go to tools, and you will go to share library, and then you will have an option of audience manager. So I will just refresh it right now. Yeah, so you will go there, and now the first step here would be custom segments. You have an option of your data segments, audiences, custom segments, combined segments, your data insights, and your data sources. This one here, your data sources, I think I will make another video specifically about that, which will include also a lot of things from Google Analytics 4. So for the purpose of this video here, we're only going with custom segments today, and I will show you what is the catch here. This is in my native language here because I was doing some testings a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. And this is the account that I don't use anymore because it was suspended due to some regulations or some similar things to that. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know specifically, but yeah, this account is not active anymore, so I'm only using it for the purposes of the video recordings. Alright, put that in bed. Custom segments, you will go here. Of course, that you will name your segment something such as, I don't know, like test yet one, or maybe wait a second. I already made a list here. Yeah, that would be t-shirts. So people searching for t-shirts segment. All right. So now you have two options here. You have the option people with any of these interests or purchase intentions, or people who search for any of those terms in Google. The first one here, what it means. That would be targeting users based on their interests and behaviors, as inferred from their online activity and purchase intentions. For example, like traveling lovers, travel lovers, car buyers, etc., etc. All right. So you're just putting the name of intent. You're not putting like a certain keyword. This one is, I mean, the general rule of thumb would be that this would be good for broad awareness, to brand awareness, and the campaigns related to that when you like want to reach users with a general interest in a topic. As I mentioned before, that could be a car buyer or food lover or something like that. It is especially and particularly good for building brand awareness, as I said before, and it is good for introducing products to people considering related purchases. For example, someone is not actively searching for a T-shirt, someone is actively searching for a sweater, right? And I think that those two people, those two profiles of people, would be like same in the same basket in the same cart. So the reason why I don't like to use the first option here, like to target the interests and purchase intentions, because it's not too relevant, it's not too specific, and it's not so precise as people who search for any of these terms in Google. Because if someone is searching for a t-shirt like this, I know that person is 100% ready and able to buy a t-shirt from my store, right? So that is the reason why I always recommend to start with those here, even though you'll like will get a less amount spent on the first one, because it would be broader. I also like to, and I always like to focus on the purchase intent, but in a different way. I mean, if someone is searching for a burger, of course that I will make an advertisement which will be related to burgers, right? I will not make an ad related to pizza. So I just think that the people who search for any of these terms on Google, that is the most powerful tool that you can basically use when it comes to this one here. And it targets the users who have actively searched specific keywords in Google, as I said before. That would be like a behavior which indicates high intent or interest, and it's pretty good to use when you want to do some kind of remarketing or targeting users further down the funnel. We talked about that funnel. We have top, middle, and bottom of the funnel. Um, yeah, so it's basically good for that, for targeting the users further down the funnel with high purchase intent. Works well also for products or services that solve specific problems. For example, like best running shoes, a plumber near me, or things like that. And it's pretty good for like highly targeted campaigns with a focus on conversions, so conversions only. And it's good for reaching the people that are already, like, how to say that. Yeah, it's good for the people that are already considering your product or your service or related ones, right? Um, we will get back to this one here because that would be the main topic of today's video, but I also want to explain you those two additional options here, and those are people who browse types of websites and people who use types of apps. Just a moment. Uh, just a moment, please. So yeah, this additional option here, people who browse types of websites, I mean, that is a good one actually, because that could be useful for understanding like contextual behavior where your audience spends time online, right? It targets users who frequently visit websites or certain categories or topics. I don't know, like that could be a fashion blog or some news sites or some websites that are closely related to your business, right? And it's pretty good for like highly targeted campaigns with a focus on conversions. It's pretty good for expanding the reach within relevant niche communities. It is good for aligning your ads with the general interests of your audience. Um, I mean, yeah, I'm thinking about that now. That would be also good to use. It is good for competitor targeting, right? So you have a competitor in your city which sells the same product as you, and he's your competition basically. So you can basically just put him here, that competition here, in order to target the people that are already interested in their business. So maybe you can, like, I don't know, publish a new offer, a pretty good offer, which would be non-resistible, and you can literally steal the customers from that competitor. So also that is good for that. So I can see you can add URL of your competitor here, and immediately after that you will be able to see weekly impressions here, but that will be only approximate number. That will be approximately. And the last one here was people who use types of apps. To be honest, I have never used a lot of these. Maybe only a few times, but it's a pretty good um, when you're related to some apps, when your business is related to some apps which are pretty popular. This option here, the fourth option, people who use types of apps, targets users based on the apps they use. Like, wait a second. Yeah, that could be like a fitness app or language learning apps. I don't know if you provide like Spanish classes online. Of course, that you would go to some websites which provide the similar service as you do. It is pretty effective for mobile app campaigns or when your target audience, if your target audience uses specific apps related to your product. It's ideal for mobile-focused strategies or promoting digital services like apps or some other products. It is pretty good for capturing app-savvy users, how to say that, promoting mobile experiences and digital solutions. When it comes to that, my honest tip would be to combine these options thoughtfully to create a well-rounded audience. So, for example, for an instance, we can say you should use the interests or purchase intentions for awareness, search terms for intent-based targeting. I already explained you what is an intent. Experiment with websites and apps to refine and expand your reach. And literally, like each of these options here complements a different stage in the customer journey. So aligning them would be pretty profitable for your campaign. But the main topic of this video here is this one here. Oh, sorry, wait, I made a mistake. This one here. So what is this going to do here? The first step and the crucial step in this process here is for you to do a proper keyword research. And I already gave you the video. I already uploaded a video which is closely related to that. Once you're finished with your keyword research, you would be able like to pull out the keyword list of, I don't know, like I never go over 20. So you will put 20 keywords that you consider as the valuable ones, as the profitable ones, as the clickable ones, and you would put them here. And I already like asked ChatGPT to just give me an example. Like those are 20 keywords that I gathered from ChatGPT just for the purpose of this video. So like this. So now, what we are going to do with this one here. You're only building a segment. You're not building the audience. Just a moment, because I'm smoking a cigarette right now, so that's the reason why I stop from time to time. Yeah. So we have like the example 20 keywords here. T-shirts for men, t-shirts for women, custom printed t-shirts, graphic t-shirts online, affordable cotton t-shirts, etc., etc. Customized t-shirts for events. Now we're literally building an audience segment which only includes the people who are actively searching for this one here. Alright? And you will immediately get like this for United States. You can change that to any other country like, I don't know, Austria or something like that. And you would be able to see it, take a closer look to approximate insight of how many people and how many impressions could you get based on these keywords here. So as we can see here for the United States, we have 1 billion to 5 billion weekly impressions available, which is pretty broad, pretty big. But those are only people. Those are the impressions that could be published in front of the people who are actively searching for this one here. So I already named this one here. You already put your keywords. You don't need to do any additional stuff here. You can only go to save. All right. Yeah, I can perform this action here because my account is suspended, as you can see here. But never mind, it will be only redirected to the next step of this journey here. So we'll just cancel this one here. You got the basics here. But for example, this is the one that I that I made for some of my businesses before, but that was only a test because I was only like building those segments here. Um, the next step after you finish with building your segment here, your custom segment, you will go to audiences. And then we are building the audience, which we will eventually use in our campaign. So you will go here, the plus sign, audience name would be t-shirt segment audience test. Cool. Now you need to choose your segment that you previously built, and that would be the segment that I show you that I built like 2 months ago or something like that. Um, just give me a moment to browse. Here it is. So if you want to narrow, um, the general rule of thumb is that you don't need to narrow anything because you already built. I don't care if a person who searches for t-shirts is 60, 70, 120 or 5 years old. I don't care about that because that person, regardless of its ages, regardless is that a person a baby or adult man or adult woman or a child or something like that, I don't care about that because that person clearly has the intentions of buying my product. So I don't think that that's relevant, and I don't think that the ages are important. But a lot of people like to do here. You already named this one here. First step is finished. You added your custom segment here, and that would be this one that you already made with your keywords. Your data, you don't need to put anything there. Your data is only good for remarketing campaigns. Interest and detailed demographics. That is the part where you can narrow the your campaign in the section of interest and detailed demographics and in demographics. For the purpose of this video, I will not do that because the only thing that I suggest you to do is to go to demographics here and just to choose your gender. But as I said before, that's not relevant because regardless of its ages or of gender, that's not pretty important. That's not crucial because whoever searches for these terms, whoever has the intentions of buying my products, which I included in my keyword list, I don't care. That person will be targeted, like 100% sure for certain. So you can like additionally narrow your audience here with female or male or whatever or unknown or things like that. But I highly suggest you not to do that for your first campaign. And basically that would be it. And now the audience would be built. All right, you named it. You put your segment. If you want, like that is up to you. You can narrow it additionally with those demographics here. You will only click save. Yeah, an error occurred. Please try again later because my Google Ads account is suspended, as you can see, and I repeated that 1 million times so far. So basically that would be it. Discard changes, and this would be here. That is the audience that we built, including the segment that we made here. And what would be the next thing? The next thing would be that you're building your campaign. When you're building your campaign, you will just include this audience here in the section of targeting when it comes to that part while building the campaign. And basically that will be it. In this way here, you could target your audiences more effectively and more precisely, which is crucial because in the very beginning it's especially important to save as much pennies as you can. The first 2 or 3 weeks of Google Ads campaigns, that is only like losing the money and letting the algorithm know what are the things that work and what are things that don't work. I personally find this option is the most effective because Google literally gives you the opportunity to target people who have conducted specific searches. Here we focus on the keywords with high purchase and conversion intents, which means we are aiming directly at the target. And I think that I told you everything about that. So if you have any questions or comments, like feel free to contact me. I will be active 24/7 in the next period. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as I said, like feel free to leave a comment or email me if you need something or anything is unclear for you. And that would be it. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye bye.